Do you need money? Or perhaps you know someone that needs money?
You fat, you ugly, and you broke.
Well, this video is for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the end of American capitalism might be right around the corner, which means you have one last box to tick on your journey of being a consumer. All of our lives, we have taken out loans. We've gone into debt. But now is your moment to go over to the other side. Folks, it is now time for you to become a bank. Folks, welcome to the Noel Miller School of Business. Today, we are going to be browsing the financial subreddit r/borrow. And it's exactly how it sounds. You get to borrow money. Let's take a look at a sample loan to kind of set the tone. Unpaid loan. User Mr. Dick Boogers owes $1,200 and he's 3 months late. Well, this one is very disappointing. We have had a good number of successful loans with Mr. Dick Boogers, but he's ghosted me on this one. I like to think the best of people, and I believe him when he says he's having a tough time, and he did make some payments, but ghosting your lender should never happen. I am always happy to work out extensions, payments, etc. If you see this, Mr. Dick Boogers, get in touch, and I'm happy to work with you so you can get unbanned and get back on track. Let's see if Mr. Dick Boogers has been any bit active online since this moment. Turns out Mr. Dick Boogers is a bit of a freak. Walt, shut the hell up. Let Flynn watch us. Fuck. Now, I want to take this opportunity to insert myself. Stop it. Into the situation and call out to Mr. Dick Boogers as well. Mr. Dick Boogers, I personally am a financial advisor. I do a lot of things. I do therapy, I do law, but I also do financial advice. And if you need to pay back this $1,200, I haven't seen you, but I have faith, just by virtue of you being a Redditor, you have got it in you. Mr. DB, let's start spreading some of that schlong snot on camera. What do you say? What? We're leaving the video again? Come on, guys. Don't leave me for the freaky-ass homeless.
I let a female shit it on my face.
Unpaid user Toxic Chris. Toxic Chris? Toxic Chris 2? It's a challenging one for someone who can't read. 4,500 Canadian, which is roughly, I don't know, $23 US, and he's 15 days late. Probably the end of the line in the community for this borrower, unless they have a change of heart and decide to make things right in the future. Unfortunate. Have worked with this individual for over 3 years on and off, but maybe things finally went off the rails. They mentioned they were going through bankruptcy, as of our last message 1.5 months ago, around the time of their last Reddit activity. They still owe $2,800 to fulfill this payment. They did make decent progress in the earlier part of the loan after they bought the car they needed for work and took a risk in providing the largest loan we had ever worked on together and got a poor outcome as a result. I've informed the borrower of next steps and will be proceeding to blacklist plus collections accordingly. If they repay, I'm happy to reverse this post and restore their Reddit commerce status by removing the strike against their identifiers. Borrower blacklist information. Initial CTB or CB, male. Oh my god, they just out everything here. Holy shit, dude. And of course, it's Reddit, so you're going to get someone giving you the most obvious advice. 4.5K is a lot to lend someone based on the internet, but hopefully they pay you back. Yeah, no shit, dude. Giving anyone $4,500 is a lot of money. I wouldn't give some of my closest friends $4,500 because I know I'm not getting it back. I would give them the $4,500. I would just know that it's not coming back. That's what I'm saying. So why do this, right? This whole thing is like the antithesis to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you could do this anonymously, and here you get to know at least everyone's nasty little username, right? It's in some ways anonymous. I'm sure there's ways to track these people down. Now, if you had to take a guess, how much money has moved, let's say, in the first quarter on this subreddit? Meaning, how much money has been exchanged between lenders and borrowers on their own behalf? Just take a guess. Did you guess about $2 million? Because you were right. And if you didn't, congrats. You're an idiot. I would not have expected about $2 million to be moving on r/borrow. Pretty insane. Even crazier is the top lender on this subreddit, Laura Leo. They have 2,182 loans paid as a lender, totaling about $377,000. And of all that money, they're owed about $17,000. Insane amount of cash to just be making it rain on a subreddit. Now, you might be sitting here like I was when I came across this subreddit, not in a tribute way, thinking, why? Why give all this cash? Because I think most of us know, again, loaning money, you just expect that it ain't coming back. Even when you give money to family, I think the average time to get paid back from your family is about 15 years. And that's when someone dies, they get a bit of an inheritance, and then they just trim it off, which is fair, right? That's kind of how this country was set up to be eventually, is that we're all one kind of collapsing Ponzi scheme. The oldest people in our family, if we're lucky, got money when it worked. They kept some. That is the extent of trickle-down economics. Trickle-down when you're dead economics. I think that's the world we live in. When someone dies, you get a boat and maybe a little bit of scratch, just extra cash. You can sell the boat for a tenth of what it's worth, and congratulations, the trickle-down has finally worked. I'm getting distracted. Why give out this money? Is it from the goodness of your heart? Well, some people on this subreddit would say that it is from the goodness of their heart. I, however, don't know if it's from the goodness of their heart. Let me give you an example. Request, 4,500 Canadian dollars. Repayment, 5,300 Canadian dollars. Now let's do some quick math. If I take this $4,500 loan, that means when I go to pay it back, I got to bring an extra $800, which is a whopping 18% on top of what I've taken out. If you can get away with charging 18% interest on a short-term loan, let's take roughly 18% of $377,000. That's a whopping $68,000. All right. Now, I'm not saying that you have, 300 grand sitting around to just be making it rain. But you might have $300 around, which you could and then turn to $3,000. Guys, this is now a business course. Welcome. This community tries to be on top of people, paying back. It's very strict. I'm going to read you the rules in a second. But more impressive is they have a universal scammer list, which is to track people who are just taking the cash and running away with it, which I think is what we were all thinking. I think when you hear, hey, there's a subreddit where you can take out money, and the only thing that is requiring you to pay it back is this. Pinky promise? Pinky promise you're going to pay it back. Hey, what the heck? You promised to pay that back with 48% interest. What are you doing to me, man? Hey, I've showed up at your job. It's me, the guy from Reddit. You promised to pay me back for 77% interest. Where's all this money going now that you're working? I want my fucking money back. What's interesting is r/borrow exists because a guy, it seems, kind of got chased out of the r/loans subreddit, which if we look at them like Bank of America, r/borrow might be, a payday advance situation. He basically got chased out of there because people accused him of being a profiteer. And he goes, I'm not. And that very well may be the case. But let me tell you, the other people on this subreddit, you can be a bit of a profiteer. Now look at this small loan. This person needs $200 and they're offering to pay it back at $250. Charging 25% on $200 is criminal, which is why all of you need to be on this subreddit immediately. You can finally feel the power that a bank has where you take advantage of a working person. You say, hey, do you have a nominal amount of cash in your account? Give it to me. And any cash coming in the next 2 weeks, I want that too. It's mine. I'm being funny, but there are people on YouTube who actually advise using this as a potential side hustle. Or they've at least flirted with the idea of making this a side hustle. I think something I find funny about this is there's no way that you become a lender on this subreddit and you don't just start to, be with your friends and go, well, honestly, I kind of see where Chase Bank is coming from with the overdraft stuff. I get it. I'm a bit of a bank myself. All right. Sometimes, I'm not a big bank. Sometimes I'm a little bank. Okay. Shout out 50 Cent. You don't know 50 Cent? That's not a play on words. That's an artist. He was very popular before the housing crisis. Anyways, I don't think you can be a lender on here and not start to rot your mind a little bit and start to dehumanize people. When you have people like Mike 3344 owing you money, imagine having a running tab of all these Redditors, all right? And you're knowing that. And you're walking around the world going, you know what? It's time I get mine from Mr. Dick Boogers. You start hiring a private investigator, you know? You start tracking down this guy's info, and then you get it. Now you're calling up your buddies. Hey, guess what? We got his address. Yeah, it's time to wipe down Mr. Dick Boogers. You catch my drift? And now you're driving up to some guy's house and you're kicking in the door, waving a gun. Mr. Dick Boogers, you better give me my cash. You better give me my cash. This is going to be your last nut. Huh? I'm trying to think of a play on fucking cum. Yeah, Mr. Dick Boogers, it's time for me to come and get it. John Wick, except it's Mr. Dick Boogers getting revenge on the loan sharks from r/borrow. To get any money from this subreddit is no easy task, okay? Your account, it's got to be at least 120 days old, no exceptions. So what is that? 4 months on Reddit? Now, 4 months on Reddit doesn't seem like very long, but it's the next bit. You got to have at least 2,000 karma with a minimum of 800 comment karma. Award karma does not count. Karma farming will earn you a permanent ban. No exceptions. 2,000 karma and 800 comment karma of just regular stuff is tough. But, you know, it makes me wonder if they qualify what those comments are. Could I just be on a feet subreddit saying nice feet for 4 months? Imagine getting kicked out of the r/borrow loan office. You know, you just get thrown out the door and you're like, fine, I'll take my feet comments somewhere else. I'll go to r/loans, you motherfuckers. Accounts with substantial deletions of posts and or comments on Reddit will result in a ban. You got to be well-liked just kind of across the board. A couple interesting things, you know, some checks and balances. You can't ask for money anywhere else. You can only be on r/borrow asking for money. And you can only make one request every 24 hours, which to me, I don't know how that limits anything, but hey, they know this business better than I do. I've never been a bank. To me, I'm surprised that anyone pays their loans back because you can buy Reddit accounts, you know? You could be on the other side of this, fleecing everyone giving out money. So what I'm trying to tell you guys here, again, this is a business class, you can scam on both sides. If you're looking for a greater message from this video, it's that. I'm giving you an opportunity to make some money, okay? You could buy Reddit accounts, borrow some cash, and just take off. I mean, what they want from a borrower is pretty limited information. Full name, Mr. Dickbutt. PayPal email, mrdickbutt@gmail.com. Primary email with proof that I'm Mr. Dickbutt @gmail.com. Employment proof, Photoshop. Phone number, Google Voice. ID verification, photo and selfie with ID, AI. Utility bill for location confirmation, AI. And hey, before, you know, if you work at YouTube and you're about to flag me for misinformation or something like that, this is satire and I'm joking, all right? Okay, you can click off the video now. We're just joking. Okay. Are they gone? I'm not joking, all right? We can do this for real, okay? We can do this for real. If you want to scam on the lending side, no one is stopping you. I mean, the subreddit says like, hey, don't charge high interest. And you'd be like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I'm definitely not going to charge 25% on a loan. I'm absolutely not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Now, look, I do want to be kind of serious for a second and say that you don't need a ton of cash to charge these absurd interest rates. I'm not saying you should do that, but what I'm saying is there are tons of loans on here as little as $25, $50, $100, and people tack on a fat fee to get that nominal amount of cash, which is very predatory and not cool. But, nah, I'm joking. You shouldn't do that. Although it is crazy that you could theoretically flip $200 over and over for nominal amounts of money. Now, granted, you don't get your money back straight away, so you're going to be waiting around for a while for your 25%, but that might be worth it to you. Folks, I want to conclude this lesson from Noel Miller's School of Business by saying this. Presenting yourself as Mr. Dick Boogers and taking a couple $1,000s from someone on the internet might be wrong, but it is easy. And if you can live with it, the username Mr. Dick Boogers 2 is available. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.